Good morning, youth. I hope you guys are doing well. This is your midweek encouragement video, and we're going to dive right into this. We are in Proverbs chapter 13, and we're going to be starting in verse 7 this week. So Proverbs chapter 13, verse 7 says, "One pretends to be rich, yet has nothing. Another pretends to be poor, yet has great wealth. The ransom of a man's life is his wealth, but a poor man hears no threat. The light of the righteous rejoices, but the lamp of the wicked will be put out. By insolence comes nothing but strife, but with those who take advice is wisdom. Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a desire fulfilled is a tree of life. Whoever despises the word brings destruction on himself, but he who reveres the commandment will be rewarded." In this section, it's about wealth and desire. What we desire and what we view as wealth, and how we view our wealth, and maybe or one day we'll view our wealth, and how we value the possessions and the money we have is related to our desires. And we're told how one lives and pretends to be often leads to the opposite. If we want to appear to be wealthy, and we want to appear to be rich, and we want to appear to have all these things, to do so, you have to spend what money you may or may not have to get those things. And so it's why at the beginning of this section, one pretends to be rich yet has nothing. Where if you don't value that, and your value is not in appearance, and your value is not in, oh, I want people to think that I have a lot of money, I want people to think that I have, you'll likely have more of it because you're not spending it to put on the appearance. If your wealth is what you value, if that is your treasure, we've talked about treasure in this Proverbs long series now. That same wealth that is your treasure, it's not wrong, but it is what is going to be demanded of you. So if you get into trouble, the thing that is most valuable to you, that is usually what is like called upon to get out of that trouble. But here it talks about a ransom, where those who are poor or those who don't value that wealth as high, they have to pay it. They have to pay it. It's fine. And it's not like, it's not a ransom then. It's just like, yeah, this is a tool to accomplish something. Righteousness and heeding wisdom then prove to last longer than the follies of this world. And this is tied to our desires and our wealth, because if that is what we value more, this idea of righteousness and doing what is right and heeding wisdom, it's going to prove to be more valuable into the future than just trying to put on appearances or actually get wealthy. Verse 11 here tells us that wealth gained hastily or by fraud does not last. It says wealth gained hastily will dwindle, or another idea there is the translation for hastily could be by fraud. And so if you work, even if it takes you years and years to work for the things that you want, it's going to prove more of a benefit. And you see this just by the sense of ownership that kids and young people have when they earn something rather than just it being given to them. The sense of having earned something is going to make that thing more valuable into the future. And it often then makes it last longer than if you get it through like some sort of get rich quick scheme or scam. Like, you didn't work for it, so you don't really care about it, and so you're just going to toss it away a lot easier. And so in these things, these few verses in Proverbs 13, we're challenged to check our desires. It's about wealth, but whenever we talk about wealth, we're talking about what we want, what we desire, what we want to do with that. And in having those desires rightly checked and rightly placed, we're going to find that we might even be wealthy in ways that we didn't even know. Like if you might have a few $100s in the bank, but if your wealth is not tied up in money in the bank, but is tied up in, man, I got to spend so much time with my friend this weekend. Yeah, I had to use a little bit of my money to, take them out to lunch, but it was a good time. That you can see then you're going to be wealthy in ways that maybe you did not think you were before. And so I would challenge you to think about the things that God has allowed you to have, whether that's money or possessions or friends, whatever that is. And think about what is valuable in them. Where do you put your desires and where are those placed? And if they are placed in just accumulating a bunch of things, I would encourage you, go back and just read the first 10 chapters of Proverbs and see if maybe our values being placed in monetary possessions is challenged a bit. So I would encourage you with that. I hope your school year has started well. Hang in there. You're at the beginning. Start well. We're here. Reach out to us if you need us. We love y'all, and we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.